let's just take a moment and talk about mental illnesses. Hey, welcome back to RowsMoments, a channel where I share my moments with you. This topic is something that I've been kind of thinking about recently. I felt like having a moment. I felt like having a little talk. And I was like, oh, what better than to have a little moment with the whole wide world. So, I've got a lot of friends with mental illnesses, and I've got members of my own extended family that have them. And I feel like it's a topic that is misunderstood. Mental illnesses is such a serious matter. And I just feel like as a society we don't take them seriously enough. I walk along the street and I hear people saying things like, I dropped my phone, I'm so depressed. They ran out my favourite cupcakes, I am so depressed. My fish just died. I am like so depressed. You cannot just throw the phrase I'm depressed around. Unless you've gone through depression yourself, or unless you have it, you'll never know what depression feels like. And it's misunderstood, it's really misunderstood. It's not about being sad, it's not about being really sad, it's not about being really sad. It's like sad times 50, plus being suicidal, plus giving up on yourself, giving up on your life, giving up on your friends, giving up on your family, giving up on your future. Every day you wake up and you have like this cloud, like this fog in front of you, and you don't want to be like that. You want to smile, you want to just wake up and just go to work and, you know, meet up with friends, and you just want to be like everyone else, but you can't. Like you force yourself to smile, you literally can't. You force yourself to laugh. You can have someone tickle you for 3 hours and you still won't be able to laugh. No one has a mental illness by choice. Another phrase that people throw around is also something that kind of hurts me to see it being used like that. And I'm talking about eating disorders. Eating disorders is very misunderstood by society, by a lot of people. Again, if you've never gone through one, you will never actually understand ever what it's like. Not about weight loss. It's not about being thin. That's a massive misconception that our society has portrayed. It's not about skipping a meal or wanting to lose weight. A person not eating because they want to lose weight compared to a person who's not eating because they have an eating disorder, these, like, what's inside their heads and their emotions and their thoughts are completely different. And yeah, okay, she skips a meal because she wants to lose weight, but in the end she's in control and she knows what she wants and she's not eating by choice. The person with an eating disorder, you don't have a choice. And it's not about appearance, and it's not about weight loss. The ultimate root of it is control. You don't eat it because you have like a voice inside your head saying, if you don't eat this, you'll be happier. If you don't eat this, your parents will love you more. If you don't eat this, you'll have more friends. I don't want to use the word it's messed up, but it's very twisted inside their heads, and they don't want to think like that, but you know, they do. They can't help it. When you're in an eating disorder, you can't help what you think. It's just like this voice is screaming at you. Recovery from an eating disorder is not about taking that voice away. It's actually about turning the voice to mute so you're able to ignore it. And the point of recovery is to learn to ignore the voice, but it will never go away. And that's why people with eating disorders, like, they need support and they need counseling and they need help. I walk along the street and I see girls being like, oh my gosh, you're like skipping lunch, you're like so anorexic. I know, I chose a skinny latte and not a full fat latte. I'm like so anorexic. You cannot say that ever. Throw these phrases around like they're nothing. You can't just say I'm depressed, or you're depressed, or I'm anorexic, or you're anorexic. Depression and eating disorders are so serious, and again, if you've never gone through them, you'll never understand what it's like, and you don't want to understand what it's like. When you're going into a mental illness, you don't realize it. You're like, oh, okay, you know, my habits are kind of changing, my thoughts are kind of changing, my emotions and mood swings are kind of changing. But once you're in the deep pits of the mental illness, once you're fully in the grasp and hold of the mental illness, you're screwed. And you want to get out, and you are running and you are sprinting for your life, but you can't get out and you don't know what to do, and that's when you're hopeless and you think suicide's the only way out. If you are going through a mental illness, let me just tell you that recovery is possible. You need to though, you need to be really willing to recover. You choose if you want to be happy or not. You choose if you want to live or not. Secondly, it's very important to get support. If your parents won't support you, then ask your friends. And if your friends won't support you, tell your doctor. And if your doctor won't support you, then anyone, a helpline, a colleague, join a counseling group in your city. There will always be one person in the world that will support you, and you need to find that person. And if you have recovered from mental illness, let me just say that you are amazing. I love you, I admire you, and just bravo. Someone says to you, I have depression, and genuinely they've been diagnosed with depression. It's not just them bluffing. Family, friend, colleague, anyone that says to you, I have a problem, take them seriously, please. I'm talking about everything. Schizophrenia, bipolar, post-pregnancy depression, is that what it's called? Postnatal depression. These are all such serious illnesses. And please, if you've never gone through them, and I hope you never do, please just try to understand how serious it is so you can help these people. Or if you can't help them, at least you can understand them. When I walk on the street and I hear people saying phrases like, oh, I'm so depressed, or I'm so anorexic, or like, you're so like schizophrenic, they're really offensive. You can't just use these phrases lightly. These are really offensive to those who have an illness, for those who have recovered from an illness, and for friends and family of a victim who has an illness. Please just be more aware of what you say, think before you speak, and yeah. Thank you for watching my video. I know this video is actually a little bit on the negative side, but it's something that I've been thinking about because it really hurts me, you know, it really hurts me. And I'm sorry if this video has been so serious, but mental illnesses are a really serious topic. So yeah, if you're going through this, please comment. If you've recovered, please comment, so that you guys will know that you guys are not the only ones in the world who have this. Okay, this is so much more common than you think. Like, so much more common than you think. You may think your boss has a perfect life. You may think your best friend has a perfect life. But if they tattooed their problems on their forehead, you'd be like, oh wow, she's an orphan? Oh wow, he just got divorced? Like, you know what I mean? No one is perfect. I'm not perfect, but I don't aim to be perfect. But I know though that I am strong. I am stronger than I know, and you are stronger than you know. What's up?